The coffee always hits the spot.
Don't worry, I'm not driving. I have the car on just for the heat. But this morning, I am heading out kind of early to go up to Cincinnati because a friend and I are going to go to the Cincinatti Museum Center. I've got a membership. He loves going there, and we're just going to have fun because they've got all their Christmas stuff out, so I'm excited to kind of vlog it for y'all. Won't be able to vlog any of the drive because I got to keep my eyes on the road, but I may stop at some point to get some Starbucks, so who knows. I may catch up for a little bit in maybe like 30-40 minutes. But yeah, I'm just ready to head out, ready to be able to kind of vlog normally again, because it's awkward to do it in front of my mother. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in a bit. Smile! So the first thing you see when you walk into this beautiful museum is this atrium that has a mosaic showing different parts of Cincinnati history. This museum is actually a working train station also, so there are trains coming in and out, mostly at night. Also, it should be noted that there are actually a couple of different museums within this museum, so that's why it's referred to as the Cincinatti Museum Center. In this instance, my friend and I end up spending most of it in the Cincinnati section because we have spent an extensive amount of time in the natural history part. So one of the big things with the museum is they've got a huge replica of Cincinnati in different time periods, illustrating different key spots. In this case, they've also got different trains running around the station and different places for you to kind of touch and learn about Cincinnati. It's always a great time to kind of see the model trains because who doesn't love a good model train? There's also a lot of information about transportation, including this streetcar from about the 1930s with the fun audio.
I can't wait to see the animals at the zoo. Yay, I love seeing the giraffes last time.
So I took a lot of video of this section in the Cincinnati Museum about the history of Cincinnati in about 1850. This place is called On the Porch. It's kind of an offshoot. It is right next to the portion of the museum that goes over the different inventions that were made in Cincinnati. I had never actually been to this portion. I liked kind of climbing around, getting to go onto the steamboat. My friend really loved learning about the steamboat. We also saw seamstress work, as well as there was like a beer hall, and it was just kind of fun to be transported back into the 1850s, kind of get an idea about what life would have been like. I also did like the different inventions of Cincinnati, as well as they actually had a video that I couldn't record where it had a flying pig because that is the logo for Cincinnati. It was actually made out of Legos as she discussed different inventions. One of the big reasons we went to the Cincinnati Museum was to actually go to the model trains that they had set up for the Christmas season. This was adorable. There was a bunch of different tracks going, and you could actually read about it because trains generally are a big part of Cincinnati's history. And it was fun. They also had different things about toys, and there was even a scavenger hunt going on where we found 19 out of the 20 items that were all like Viking themed. I don't know why they were Viking themed. The Bengals weren't playing the Vikings, but it was Viking themed. One of the last exhibits we saw was the Dinosaurs of the Antarctic. This is one that is a traveling exhibit by the Field Museum. I'd actually been able to see a portion of it when I was at the gala, which you saw some photos of earlier. I just saw it at the very end of the evening, so I kind of had to run through it. It's actually kind of fun to do it as a speed run, but it is about the different dinosaurs and just life in Antarctic during different periods of Earth's history. One of the first things they did was kind of discuss different Antarctic expeditions, as well as break down how you would have actually gotten to Antarctica, which is getting there by a C-17, which, funny thing, my dad actually used to work on C-17s when he was at Boeing. They broke down both the different continents and subcontinents, particularly Gondwana, which was the supercontinent that was around during this period. That was a combination of Antarctica, South America, Africa, Australia, and India, and went over different things with plate tectonics, as well as some of the creatures like a giant salamander with crazy teeth.
Heading toward a temporary field camp set up by the National Science Foundation.
Spot the fossil. Extract the fossil. Get it home. The last bit was actually looking at one of the fossil finds that they had. This was the largest predator of their time. And then just what's going on now in the Antarctic, / what had gone on since the time of the dinosaurs. So different creatures that had gone through, and what brought Antarctica to being the snowy wasteland that it is today. So I'm finally back in my apartment. It was a crazy day. As you saw, I went to the museum with my friend. We had tons of fun. I only recorded portions that I hadn't really been to before, and really also that we hadn't been to before, because my friend that I was with, he and I have gone to this museum together before, so we have spent a lot of time in the Natural History Museum portion of the Cincinatti Museum Center. So we're like, okay, we're gonna wander through, just gonna kind of get an idea. There's some fun places to hang out, like in the case of the caves or the Pleistocene area. All super fun. Spent a little bit of a longer time in the space section because space and the fact that today the Artemis 1 landed, which is super exciting. I hadn't even really been paying attention. I'm a bad space nerd. Yeah, so the big stuff, as you saw, was more of going into some of the Cincinnati history, because Cincinnati is an interesting place. It's a lot of stuff that I didn't really know about before, and we just kind of did that. We also did the dinosaurs of the Antarctic. We both did the exhibit as well as we watched the Omnimax, and that was tons of fun. And we were just after that really tired. And I had to do the hour drive back because it is about an hour and 15 between here and Cincinnati. I also did stop in Georgetown to pick up small amounts of groceries, which was really milk and some sugar and stuff for baking, because for the next couple of days I'm gonna have to do a lot of filming. I've been focusing on editing the vlog that's going to be going up on the 12th and doing the voiceovers for things, and I am not looking forward to editing this video either, even though it's actually not been that bad with even doing the voiceovers. Just gonna be the next couple of days are gonna be a lot, because there's a lot of things I want to get done before I go back to California, because I leave on Friday. But that's been it. I just had a chill day in Cincinnati. I was off and on running out of storage on my phone, so that's why some videos were not being taken, but besides that, tons of fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.